Well, welcome back, everybody. DJ Vic Vapor with you, Martini Lounge. It's a nice car. I've got Mr. Nate Wells here with us, and we're going to talk to him a little bit about maybe some DJing and then music production. And we'll start with asking Nate, are you originally from Champaign?
I was born in Champaign. Then I moved to Hoopeston, Illinois, and I traveled back to Champaign every week for violin lessons, actually.
Violin lessons?
Every single week, yeah, until the age of 19. And then came back, more violin.
So it sounds like music is some part of your early youth then, so is that kind of how you ended up finding yourself being maybe into DJing and playing music out loud?
Yes, certainly. Actually, in 1998, I got a full ride scholarship to the music school here, and it was actually during the time also that I was going to a lot of basement parties. I was driving here to Champaign and going to raves in these houses that would have, they were real simple. They would just change the light bulbs and the colors in each room, and in the basement, you have a drippy basement with down-tempo playing. So actually I took on a lot of culture from, music culture from that as well.
So what's one of your earliest memories of you playing in front of people, as far as playing music?
In 1990, 2001 actually, I used to carry a backpack full of records. It was an Austrian rucksack that I bought at the Army Surplus store. 2000, 2001, I don't remember. But I would go around with a crew of b-boys, and we would just listen around for parties, the light thump here or there, and then we would just go in the direction. And it was during a time where Mike Velasquez and Neil Dasgupta and all these guys were throwing parties down in Urbana, and so just have a bag full of records and find a party and get on the.
So were these like break records? I hear b-boys in there, so I figured there's probably
break records, hip hop, golden era hip hop break records, and disco.
Gotcha. So, as years progress and you do some DJ things, were you ever established as a resident DJ anywhere? Was that ever your thing, or did you kind of just do one-offs
Party
here
time, yeah. I just hit the house parties in Urbana, basement parties during those times. That was after 1998 is when I would get on into the party scene. Yeah.
So, knowing you over the years that I've got to meet you, I know now, like maybe music production, and certainly with your background as far as having violin lessons and maybe I would assume probably piano or some other instruments in there. So you're probably, clearly like more singularly focused maybe in the production side of things these days, or at least understanding that realm of it. Where did that fascination start to come alive for you? What year was that?
Actually, in 1998, I was torn between getting turntables or putting that money into getting production, an MPC.
Wow.
And so...
do you remember what MPC that might have been? Was it like a 303?
No, I didn't even know what an MPC was, but the influence came from my friend Ranjit. And we went up to Chicago in 1999, 2000, around that time, to Wicker Park, and we were making these weekend trips to Wicker Park, this place called Borderlines, to hustle some decks in a mixer and just find something that's used and see what kind of deals we could get. And I told him all I wanted to do is blend beats and get into a blend and make my own beat out of two records. And he encouraged me to get production material, and that's when he said you should get an MPC, and I didn't know what that was. But Marty, DJ Marmar, is somebody that had a Triton, a Cord Triton, and just like a pretty low-cut studio. It was at Europa House, and Spinnerty was there, and the Melodic Scribes, they call themselves, were some MCs there, and that's where I first got exposure to production, and real on-the-spot production.
Especially with your music background, I'm sure that was an addictive feeling.
Oh yeah, it certainly was. And so from that point, I've had a real affinity for actually creating. But I didn't actually do it myself until, I got a pair of turntables first. I just went with that.
What advice would you give maybe a young producer out there in his bedroom right now, 13, 14 years old, maybe with the potential to understand how to write music, but, struggling to figure it all out? What would you say to yourself all these years gone by? Like, what advice would you have?
Well, if you go jack some stuff, not gear, go online, get something for free. Even if it's Audacity, and just start gathering samples, working with sound. It doesn't have to be anything, whether that's a VST or you might not even know what a VST is, but look that up. The internet is amazing. There's a lot of resources to just get started with working with just harvesting soul with sound that you capture. I love found sound. It's real easy to gather sounds, but to work with them and mangle them every which way to explore sound. I just encourage anybody that's interested to experiment with it.
I agree, because I think if you start moving outside of the realm of all the available loop packs and different samples out there, you can begin to create your own sound. In your mind, you might hear it, but you can't get there unless you start field recording it, basically.
Yeah.
I may even use some of this audio in a recording of mine at some point.
Exactly.
So I think of everything all the time. So I want to just say thanks for spending a few minutes with us here on the YouTube channel. He's kind of a ghost here in the community. We don't see him out that often, so it's nice to get a few minutes with him. And it just means a lot that you took a few minutes to share with us.
Well, I got to thank you for just taking the time to engage culture, because that's what the community here is for, encouragement and building culture. So I just appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
You.
Thanks so much.
Yeah, I just give a shout out to Martini Lounge and Vic Vapor. He's a brother, a soul brother, and I just love what he's doing and support Martini Lounge.